Hey guys, welcome to the Meraki Rose podcast. I am Dr. G and this is episode number 1. Just make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our Instagram, which is MRK Rose Wellness. So are you guys ready? All right, so the first guest we have today for episode 1 is our very special esthetician, Ernsy.
Yay, thank you for having me.
Welcome. So we're gonna get right into it, okay?
All right.
So let's start at the beginning. Who is Ernsy? Like, tell me, who is Ernsy? Who really is Ernsy?
Well, first and foremost, I am a woman of God. I like to say that first. All glory goes to God. I am a mother. I'm a mother of a 15-year-old son. Hey, Kane. Yes, and I'm someone that's always been in the service industry, whether that has been service with patients, service with customer service, whether that's communication service, and now with esthetician service. So I'm in the service industry. And I'm also a mental health advocate. All things mental health, I'm there.
And she's also my sister.
Yes.
So what inspired you to become an esthetician?
Actually, what inspired me was my own face. You know, I went through it in middle school and high school. I didn't really have that much like skin issues, but when I got older, like in my 30s and after I had my son, that's when I realized my skin is a mess. I didn't know what to do, so I started, trying things that I did like, that I didn't like, and I realized, you know what, I got to get this together. And that's actually what got me into the whole thing. And I went to school and, and here I am now.
One thing I'm going to tell you is I understand what you're saying. We grew up in the same household, and I know for us, it's sad to say it, but us Islanders, we're going to use that same bar soap that we use on our body.
Yes.
We're going to use on our face.
Exactly.
Thank God it didn't do any harm, but I know what you mean.
Yes.
So as you get older, you realize that, there's more to just using a bar soap.
Exactly.
So let me ask you the next question. For someone who's starting their skincare journey, right? What basic skincare routine would you recommend for them?
Honestly, wash your face. So that's going to be cleanser. You wash your face in the morning, you wash your face at night. That's number 1. You have to wash your face. So that's always going to be my first thing. Second thing I would say, moisturizer. You have to moisturize your face. With all the pollution, everything going on in the world, you got to keep your face nice. And you know what? I noticed as well, people that have oily skin tend to think they don't need a moisturizer because it's going to make their skin more oily. You have to look at what they have. Look at the ingredients, look at the products, and there's things that actually goes for oily skin as well, but you have to moisturize. So cleanser and moisturizer.
And living in South Florida, I'm going to tell you guys, sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Yes, and this is to my black folks too.
For sure.
Y'all need to wear y'all sunscreen, okay?
Yes.
All right, so you touch a lot of faces, right? I assume, right?
Yes.
At Meraki Rose.
Yes.
So what is the wildest or most awkward facial story you've ever had with a client?
I don't want to put anybody's business out there, so I'll generalize this answer and say, our job is to get people comfortable and relaxed, and I do feel like we do that, and I'm glad that we do that, but when people do get comfortable and relaxed, they fall asleep, so when they start falling asleep, I have a lot of stories with sounds and things that go on when people fall asleep. I'm not going to mention any names, but you can only imagine, the things I hear, while they're relaxed and sleeping.
I know what you mean. I had this one client, and he was snoring, and he was going...
Yes, exactly.
And I had to tap him because I'm like, this is getting
and their
crazy.
body is relaxed too. So you hear all type of things. Yes, for sure.
So what skincare or aesthetic trends are you loving right now, and which ones do you feel like is completely overrated?
What I'm loving now is that people are talking more about the inside out. How do you help yourself, not just what you put on your skin, but what you put inside your body? Whether that's vitamins, water, whatever you take in, it also influences how your skin comes out. So I'm loving that trend and how people are talking about the wellness of skincare. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
So I like that.
I agree with that. So what practice do you follow when it comes to your health and wellness? Because Meraki Rose Wellness is a wellness center. We focus on health and beauty.
Yes.
So what do you practice?
And it goes back to that. It's not just about what I put on my face, is also about what I put inside. So I definitely practice the water. That really matters. Taking my vitamins daily, exercising, all of that matters. And being consistent with my routines, whether that's morning, night, whenever, being consistent. So I definitely follow that.
Consistency.
Consistency
I like
is key.
that. That's true. So we have a little client PSA time.
Okay.
I'm throwing that in. So what are the biggest do's and don'ts when it comes to clients that you need your clients to hear before they book a facial or skincare? Like, what are you telling them? Don't do this or do that prior to booking or during a session?
Yes. Well, I like to say do your research. You know, before you come in, whatever service you're trying to get, do your research on the service. Because there's certain things I've noticed when clients come in, they'll put a lot of things on their face or a lot of chemicals or products on their face that when I'm doing their service, that could actually contraindicate what you have on your face already. So, you know, do your research, get to know what we use in the products and what we do, and then when you come in, you'll be ready, you know, to get that service. So
I agree, yeah.
I think that's a big deal.
And also giving the product time to work.
Oh,
you know,
for sure.
they use it for a week and they're like, oh, it's not working. Exactly. You know, it's like, give it time to work, guys. Like, give it some time. Okay, so got to get a little personal.
Okay.
The people want to know. Are you currently dating or in a relationship, Ernsy?
I am not. I've been focused a lot on work and my son. And I know that's not an excuse. So I told myself, you know what? 2026, I'm going to be out there. I'm going to start dating. Hopefully, you know, I can meet somebody and, you know, we'll go from there.
Okay. So how would you describe your ideal partner or the perfect date?
Honestly, intellect. I love intellect. I love someone that can hold a conversation. I love someone that's that has depth. You know, not just on the surface. So I feel like it doesn't matter where we are or where we go, but as long as we could keep that conversation, you know, that matters.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's true. You know, all that fancy restaurant and stuff is cool.
It's okay if you go to the Cheesecake Factory, you know, as long as you're able to hold a conversation.
You got to be able to talk to me, right? Across that fancy table, right? I agree.
For sure.
All right, so what are some major turnoffs when it comes to dating?
It would have to go back to that. You know, if you can't hold a conversation, if you know, what are your interests? If you're not able to talk to me about yourself or even be able to inquire about myself or let me know that you're interested in me, then it's not really, you know, my thing. I like to have conversation, get to know people. You got to talk.
Yeah.
If you can't talk, then it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I think communication is very important.
Communication is everything.
In any relationship,
it's everything to me,
especially if you're trying to build something with someone, we got to be able to talk.
You got to be able to talk, and about a lot of things. You know, broad topics, not just like I said, societal things or on the surface things. It has to be, you know, like some depth.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so taking it back to Meraki Rose and all these clients that you get these intimate moments where they're able to release some air. Yes. So what would you ever date a client, or is that strictly off limits?
I mean, I would date a client.
What? You date a client?
Why not? Everybody has to get a facial, but I know for a fact you take care of yourself, right? You come in for skincare, wellness. That's a good sign, right?
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
And we've had some handsome clients, some football players, you know, some. Okay, all right. Just make sure you rebook the cute ones.
Right?
That could
and
be
bring
a date.
all your friends.
There goes a date, right? All right, so I have one last question for you. All right, so do you think confidence makes someone more attractive than looks, or do you need both? Do you think you need both?
Oh, definitely confidence. Beauty is an eye of the beholder, right? That's what they say. It's definitely confidence. Confidence will take you from somebody that somebody wouldn't think, you know, to talk to like, oh, yes, you know, this is the person. So definitely confidence over everything.
Okay.
For sure.
So, you know, I did say that was the last question, but I do have one last question.
Go ahead.
Tell our viewers about To My First Son.
Oh, yes.
Let's plug that in real quick.
To My First Son. That actually is a business that I started a couple of years ago. It's about mental health. I was diagnosed with ADHD in 2023. That was, you know, a really big thing for me. So I decided to make a shirt line. It's basically based on mental health and my why. My why is my son, so that's why it's called To My First Son. He is why I do what I do. He's given me the strength that I have today. So definitely tomyfirstson.com. Go check it out. Mental health.
And go ahead and plug in your Instagram.
Yes. To My First Son at Instagram as well. It's same thing. tomyfirstson.com and To My First Son, which is the name on Instagram as well. So check that out.
Well, thank you so much,
Thank
Ernsy,
you
for being my first guest. And thank
you
you,
so
my
much.
viewers and our followers. Please be sure to go ahead and hit that like button, that follow button, and stay tuned for episode number 2. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching episode 1 of Meraki Rose Wellness Podcast.